Hey Virgo, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for January 30th through February 5th. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up here. You might stumble upon this at a later time. No worries, you're going to see it whenever you're meant to see the messages. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the Virgo collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to connect and see what messages are coming up here for the Virgo collective. One more shuffle. All right, and we're going to get right on into it. Move you all just a little bit closer. Get my little lighter out of the way here. All right, first card coming up for the Virgo collective is you, or an aspect of your earth energy, Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be you kind of getting really grounded, getting really focused on where you're putting your time, where you're putting your energy, putting your time and energy into things that are more worthwhile and more effective, more efficient, right? Like not overworking yourself for something that's not going to give you enough of a return or a result. So you're finding more long-term solutions instead of like temporary fixes or, smacking a band-aid on something, but actually long-term solutions. This is also a card that comes up for me in my readings when we're healing our relationship with money and we're improving our relationship with money. Keep in mind, we have a full moon coming up on the 5th, and the full moon is a time that we're releasing things, like we're releasing blockages, we're healing from things. So some of you may be releasing financial blocks. You might be releasing things that have been blocking you financially, and you may be coming into a time of like more clear thinking, more efficient thinking, and being better with your money, being better with your finances. Some of you have been trying to like get a higher paying job or a second job, and you're like, oh gosh, I don't know how I'm going to handle it because I'm already so stressed, but I need to survive, I need to get by. And so you've been trying to manifest this, and you're like, why can't I get it? And your angels and guides are helping you and directing you and saying, look, we're going to heal some money issues here. You don't necessarily need that more stressful job just because it pays more. It's not worth it if you're sacrificing your health for it. And so there's like a healing of finances, and like, so you're being more efficient, you're being more conscientious, you're being more aware of how you're spending, cutting out unnecessary spending, finding solutions, finding better ways to budget. But the beautiful thing is, it's like it's in a way where you don't feel like you're sacrificing, right? Like we say, oh, I can't spend money right now, I gotta save, and we feel like we're living in such lack. You're going to feel like you're living in abundance because you're becoming more alert and more awake about, like, how to make your money work for you, how to make it go farther, how to have more, and not have to spend so much for it. So this time of coming into abundance and feeling like you got a raise or a promotion with the same amount of money. So you're not having to do something more stressful. You're not having to do something more difficult. I do see this card sometimes come up in this way. The next card coming up here for the Virgo collective is the Six of Swords. I love it. Six of Swords is, we're away from the drama. We're away from the chaos. We're coming into a time and an energy of being able to find solutions, think clearly, smoother sailing, calmer waters. We're away from drama. We're away from conflict. It's a very happy energy. And it's interesting because you had such a message here about money and healing things around finances. It's interesting because Six of Swords was the first card Aquarius got. And it kind of set this whole thing into motion for the air signs around the number six, and how the number six comes up for me in my readings when we're balancing finances, financial generosity, financial contribution with emotional availability, emotional intimacy, connection with people. So if you do have an air sign placement, I strongly suggest that you check out whatever that placement is for you in the weekly forecasts. Um, because there's a message here around that, around balancing money and finances with our connections. So Virgo, with this efficiency that's coming in for you financially, some of you may be in a difficult financial situation because you've been overly generous or helping out in situations where you really care, or you wanted to show that you care, or you wanted to show that you appreciated someone. It could be a family situation, whatever it might be. It could be helping out friends. But again, there could be this balance where you're realizing, you know what, I don't have to feel obligated to put down that money. Right? I can show my care and concern in other ways. I can show my appreciation in other ways. And, people need to appreciate that. I'm not just like some walking ATM here. So there could be something here in balancing your generosity or your financial contribution to friends or family situations, and balancing those relationships and those connections, because like I said, that was like an ongoing theme for the air signs. And you have this efficiency here with money, and the Six of Swords came up for Aquarius, and all the air signs got six, six of pentacles, six, I think one, Six of Wands. So if you do have air sign placements, or if you are dealing with an air sign, be sure to check out whatever that placement is for you in the weekly forecasts. But here we have, getting away from any kind of like stresses here about physical need, physical necessity, finances, getting these things into order. And what's interesting is Six of Swords comes up for me a lot. And some of you have heard me say this, and I'm just going to say it because it's coming up a lot. So it's really being emphasized. For me in my readings, I have this card come up a lot when there's some kind of a trip that turns into a relocation. It's happened to me so many times, and times that I've pulled cards for myself where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go on this trip, or I've been thinking about going to this place. And you go, and people I've read for over the years, clients I have who I read for regularly, I've seen this card come up for them, and I've seen it transpire for them, where it's like you go on this trip and you're just going to visit, but all of a sudden things line up and things fall into place, and the next thing you know, you're moving. I've seen it happen time and time again with the Six of Swords, where it's a trip that becomes a sudden relocation. And so this relocation for some of you could be helping you financially. It could be a good arrangement for you. Maybe you're going to uh move in with somebody that's going to be very beneficial, or maybe you're going to move to a place where you get a lot more for your money, or the cost of living is much more reasonable, or much more inexpensive than wherever you currently are now. So there could be some kind of a move coming in for some of you, or just some kind of solution. Some of you may have somebody that's really kind of nagging you for money and making you feel like, well, you're not helping, or you don't care, or you don't love me, or and you may just be disconnecting from that energy, like, this is too much, this is way too much, I'm not going to be in this dramatic connection, I'm not going to be in this drama. The next card coming up here for the Virgo collective is the Wheel. So definitely a sense of like moving on, moving forward, on to the next thing, on to the next phase, on to the next cycle. So learning to work with those ebbs and flows, learning to work with those financial cycles. Money always comes and goes, right? But learning how to be in the flow of that, learning how to be able to move with those waves, but also a sense of moving on, moving forward. So again, some stressful situation, some cycle or pattern that has been affecting your peace in your living environment, your financial stability or security. You're moving on and away from those patterns and cycles. Sometimes the wheel comes up for me to say that in an existing situation, you have done absolutely positively everything you could possibly do. And so it's like saying, hey, you have the green light here. You can move on. You can leave the situation behind. You have paid whatever karmic debt you had. You've learned whatever you were meant to learn. There's no reason for you to stay and suffer in this situation any longer. So sometimes the wheel of fortune for me is a green light that, okay, you can go on to the next thing. You don't have to put up with this discomfort or this challenging situation anymore. Also, this is a card of getting unstuck, right? Blockages being removed, getting unstuck, things moving forward, things beginning to change, things beginning to shift. So again, I feel there's a sense here of breaking away from limiting situations or stifling situations that have been affecting your physical security, your physical comfort, and your finances. The next card coming up here for the Virgo collective is the Seven of Pentacles, right? So we have here again Pentacle energy. So this is our physical energy, physical connection, finances. And Seven of Pentacles lets us know that our hard work is going to pay off. I feel that for some of you, there's a really significant release that is happening here in the full moon on the 5th. And by the next new moon, you're going to experience a significant harvest or a significant, like a positive return from this new way of being or from these new steps that you're taking. Okay, Seven of Pentacles lets us know that you're doing a good job. You've planted some wonderful seeds and you're going to reap that harvest. You're going to be able to collect that harvest for this hard work when it comes into the time or the season for those seeds to blossom, for that fruit to come up. And I'm feeling intuitively that season of harvest for you is going to be in the full moon, from the full moon to the next new moon, which will be on February 20th. So around the time of the new moon, towards the end of February, you're going to see this shift, or you're going to see this positive outcome or this positive return coming in. You're going to see this hard work paying off. You're going to see results that you're going to be happy about. Okay, you may want to check out your moon sign and your rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or your rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a playlist in the description of this video that will take you to the other videos on the channel. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of this video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye-bye.